Oh yes, I'm coming to you bare as I can be to talk to you guys about one of my favorite subjects. You already know it's going to be about candles. Bath & Body Works and the Yankee are having their SAS sale, which is one of the happiest times of the year. I know Bath & Body Works does it 2 times a year. I believe Yankee does it 2 times a year as well. And then Bath & Body Works also has their infamous Candle Day. So those are pretty much the times of the year where I really go and stock up on my candles, just because you can get them for a really good deal. I thought I'd go ahead and share with you guys some of the candles I went out and picked up this year. I went ahead and bought some candles online from Bath & Body Works this time just because they were candles I really wanted to try out and they weren't in my store. I like literally live in the middle of nowhere, you guys. But I really do try to avoid buying my candles online because I don't feel like you get the best value for them when you buy them online at Bath & Body Works and Yankee. That said, I have talked extensively prior videos and on blogs about how to save coin when you buy from Bath & Body Works, and a lot of these hacks apply to Yankee and other candle companies as well. So go check out my previous videos. I will figure out how to do one of those taggy things up here. Also, go check out my blog. The link will be left down below to Pacific blog talking about how to save money during SAS. Also, if you are not following me on Instagram, that is where I'm spending most of my time nowadays. It's so hard for me to edit videos right now, and I don't know why. I know why. It's because I'm a full-time mom. That's why. But follow me on Instagram. It is on and it is popping over there for me right now. Thank you for allowing me to hit a 1K. That was my goal, to hit 1K within a year. Did not think I would go ahead and do that, but I did that in like 6 months, and I'm so excited about that. So I'm just really happy to see growth on that platform. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and get another ring light because the lighting situation over here is way too fickle for me, and we're gonna jump into these candles. So the first candles I wanna talk about are these 4-ounce test candles. These are the candles that they have in front of the wall fragrances, so you can go ahead and sniff them to see what the wall fragrance is going to be like. These generally do not go on sale unless it's for SAS. Sometimes you can find these on eBay, and they generally run for around $10 to $15, I see, especially if it's a more rare type scent. But it's definitely worth it to get it at SAS, especially if you're not too sure about how you would like a particular candle that's out year-round or that comes out frequently. You can just pick up one of these for $3 during SAS, try it out to see if you like the scent while it burns, and then go ahead and invest in the full package. So the first one I have here is Summer Terrence. The fragrance notes on this read water, mint, and pear. And you definitely get that mentholy fragrance that you get with water mint, and I don't really get, I get a little bit of pear, but pear is one of those hard scents to knock down, and so I don't knock them for not really having a strong pear scent. But yeah, you definitely get a little bit of fruity note with this one. Next I have is mango, or pineapple mango rather. And this one I'm currently burning to the side. Oh, it's one of my favorite scents, so I decided to pick up a small one that I can just keep in the office and burn. Also picked up Golden Jasmine. And Golden Jasmine was one I was really interested in trying. I haven't burned it yet. The fragrance notes in this is jasmine and amber. And it's a nice scent. You get a little bit of powderiness to it. I don't really get jasmine smelling it on cold, but it's a nice scent. Then brown sugar and fig. Now I actually picked up 2 of these while I was in the store because I love the smell of it so much. It's like a nice deep molasses kind of sugary note, as it should be. The fragrance notes in this read a warm blend of ripe fig, creamy coconut, caramelized brown sugar, and velvety musk. You definitely get a little bit of the musk. And you do get a bit of a fig note. It's a little bit more on the artificial side, but it doesn't smell bad either. Next was sweet cinnamon pumpkin. I'm not sure if you're going to really see that label because it's written like this kind of silvery metallic, which is hard to read. But the fragrance notes on this says, celebrate pumpkin season with this inviting mixture of harvest pumpkin, sweet vanilla, cream, and fall rich spices. You definitely get a strong spice scent when you smell this. It's just, you get a lot of nutmeg, you get a lot of cinnamon. Yeah, you get that kind of nutty, pumpkin-y like fragrance that you get with like a how do you say it? Ugh, spicy. You kind of get that nutty, spicy fragrance that you get with a pumpkin vanilla latte. Oh my god, that took so long to say. And it's kind of cookie-esque too. Yeah, it's a mix between like a pumpkin latte and an oatmeal cookie to me. So this is actually a really good fragrance. And then last of the small ones I got was pink pineapple. And again, I didn't buy a big one of these. I try to stay away from pineapple because I'm allergic to pineapple, but I love pineapple, so I don't really want things to remind me of pineapple, if that makes sense. But I smelled it and it's a nice fruity fragrance. It's a light pineapple. The fragrance notes read just pineapple and sugared berries. So yeah, it's just a nice light pineapple scent. I haven't burned it yet, so I'm curious to see how well it burns. Okay, so now moving into the bigger scents. I'm going to try to go through these as quickly as possible. They're not going to be in any particular order. There's definitely some in here that I do not like, but I decided to keep them anyway. I do think I'm going to either do a vlog or a video on candles that I just don't think are worth the price, but I digress. Let's go ahead and jump into it. So the first one here is London. And I love this scent. So this scent actually, I feel like varies from year to year that it comes out. I have 3 editions of these. In prior years, they use like English tea leaf scent. This year it just says tea. Yeah, it says perfect afternoon tea, sparkling sugar, and lemon zest. So this year to me smells more like iced tea. The previous years smelled more kind of like an English tea or an Earl Grey, which I am an Earl Grey drinker. Thank you, Captain Picard. But yeah, it's still not a bad scent. I have not burned this one yet, so I do not know what this year's throw is like. Unfortunately, lately Bath & Body Works has not been impressing me with how well their candles throw. But the ones in previous years have been amazing, so I'm hoping this one is equally as amazing. But yeah, this is one of my all-time favorite candles. Next is Turquoise Waters, which I see all the time. I'm not really worried about this candle not coming back. I'm actually seriously contemplating if I want to return it. The scent isn't a bad scent. It smells like Dove soap. Like, I cannot describe the scent any better than it smells exactly like Dove soap. So if you want your house smelling like Dove soap, it's not bad. It's a very clean scent. I just don't like my house smelling like cleaner all the time. But I suppose if your house is messy and you want like the fragrance of clean, you can go with this candle and it will get the job done. The fragrance notes on these read coastal waters, sparkling bergamot, a sun-drenched musk with essential oils. Yeah, it's just a standard basic candle to me. It's nothing special. And then this was one of the happy finds from SAS. It's Strawberry Mimosa. These came out in, I want to say, like summer of 2017, summer of last year. I can't remember exactly when. I bought a whole bunch of these in honeysuckle, but at that time I wanted to try to stay away from fruity scents, but now I'm liking fruity bakery scents. But yeah, oh, this smells just absolutely heavenly. It's a really strong on the strawberry end. It's kind of like a strawberry orange juice when you smell it. I haven't burned it yet, but I'm excited to. The wicks are looking quite nice too. The only thing I don't like is you can see that the wax is really starting to pull away from the glass here, and that's because like it's 100 degrees here when they shipped it, which is another reason why I don't like shipping my candles, especially in the summertime, because it's way too hot. As you can see, we're getting pockets down there too. But the favorite notes on this read: juicy wild strawberry, effervescent lemon zest, and crystal sugars or sugar crystals. Bath and Body Works does do a good job with effervescence. That kind of I don't know how to describe it, but it's like what you get, like that bubbly you get in like drinks and whatnot. So and you do actually kind of get that on cold, and you smell like it's right in the back of your throat. And so I am excited to see how well this one burns, how well this one throws, just how it smells in general while we're on drinks. Pink Prosecco. So I wasn't really interested in this one. I literally only picked this one up because I had to get to $40 in order to get 25% off, and it was going to be the same whether I just got to, you know, bought 3 or bought 4. And so I'm like, might as well pick up one, but literally my store had nothing else that I hadn't tried, so I picked up this one and I'm so glad I did. So nothing about this reminds me of Prosecco at all. The fragrance notes are Lady Pink Apple, Sparkling Prosecco, and Juicy Pear. The Lady Pink Apples is just coming through so strong in this. To me, this smells like their farm stand and heirloom apple candles. It's a generic apple candle, but it's such a juicy, juicy, juicy candle when you burn it. I don't mind it being generic. I really do love it. I really love apple scents. This would be a perfect candle to have for you because it smells just like an apple orchard when they're juicing apples. Like, it smells, well, no, because that can get really sour depending on what day you go. But it smells heavenly if you love apple scents. That's the point I'm trying to get at. Moving on, this was a surprise, you know, a nice candle for me. I wouldn't say it's a favorite of mine. I know there's like a huge following behind this one, but this is the Avocado Coconut candle. When I smelled it, I get 0 coconut. Coconut, I get a lot of coconut. I get 0 avocado. Avocado is another one of those fruits I'm supposed to stay away from. I'm not allergic to avocado, but I have an intolerance for it. I eat it, I throw up, but I love avocado and it doesn't really have much of a flavor. I love avocados. But when I smell this, I don't get any avocado from it. You smell it and it's heavy on that creamy coconut. And there's a little bit of like a lime scent to it, which was odd because the fragrance notes reads sweet orange and clove buds, essential oils. So it's not saying it has any coconut in it. It's not saying it has any lime, but that's what I'm getting mostly out of this candle is lime and coconut. And you know, there's nothing wrong with having lime and coconut on the beach. It's just, it's a very, very wonderful candle. I do think if I can find another one, I'll try to get another one of these just because people have been saying they don't think this one is coming back, which is unfortunate because this has been one of their better scents, in my opinion, lately than some of the other ones they've been putting out. So the I Love You More, which god awful packaging, like I have not been a fan of their lettered packaging, but this is supposed to be like black tea rose. Smelling it cold, oh, now that I've burned it, it smells way more powdery than it was before. But it's kind of a powdery candle. It reminds me of really old school rose. Like, I feel like this is the rose candle for like an older generation. I don't really get much black tea. It's just really overpowered by the rose. It's definitely not one of my favorites. And then I also didn't really like how it burned. If you can see the wicks kind of really mushroomed out. So yeah, it's not one of my favorite candles. Like I said, it's a bit too powdery, a bit too old, matronly for me. Didn't really get much tea, which is unfortunate, but I think I will keep it just because, like I said, I want to kind of keep a collection going of candles that I have tried. So next is happy birthday! So this is not part of their SAS sale. I held onto my receipts because they do have a pretty generous exchange policy and return policy. Again, a candle with some crappy wicks. But the scent isn't that bad, especially for someone who doesn't really like bakery. The scent actually is Pink Lemonade Pound Cake. This was an old scent from the original Sweet Shop collection or something they called it. I don't know, I didn't really care because like I said, bakery is not really my thing. But this was a fan favorite. They did not bring it back with this year's Sweet Shop, but they did bring it back for their writing, hieroglyphics, whatever you want to call it, collection that they're doing. Like I said, this one though, it's currently not part of their SAS sale, so I did pay full price for it. Like gosh, like I don't know the last time I paid full price for a candle. But when you burn it, you get like a juicy, moist, like yellow cake. I don't get pound cake, but I do get like a classic yellow cake with just a little bit of raspberry to it. Raspberry, generic, like, you know, sweet fruit for bakery fruit. Not cherry though, because cherry is like one of those tart ones, just like a sweet bakery fruit. It says vanilla pound cake, raspberry, and lemon glaze. Didn't really get like any lemon. I was hoping for a little zestiness to it. Didn't really get any lemon. The throw wasn't bad once I got like 30 minutes, an hour into it after it fully pulled out. Yeah, it's not a bad candle. It's not a bad candle. People said with the original one was really strong and just really nice and succulent. So I think it's kind of unfortunate that it's not that way, but it's not a bad candle. Sweet cherry pie makes me want to sing like Sweet Caroline. Like I love that song. I used to dance to that song and sing along to that song in so many bars in college. But sweet cherry pie, I know this one is also a fan favorite. A lot of people were really happy to see it in their stores for this SAS and also see it online. My store never gets anything interesting for the most part, I feel. So I was happy that they put it online because I really wanted to try it. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. It's not a bad scent. It's also not, I don't think it's that exciting either. They did get it spot on the nose though. It does smell exactly like a cherry pie. Like you get the fattiness and the flakiness of the crust, a little bit of saltiness to it. You get that juicy cherry appley scent, and it kind of translates the same coal to when it's burned, and so that's really nice. It smells like you baked the pie pretty much. I'm not feeling it, unfortunately, but it's not a bad candle at all. If you do like bakery scents, I do recommend this one. Or even if you don't like bakery scents, if you love pie, I recommend this one because my husband loves pie. He hates bakery scents, but he loves pie and he loves this candle. So I might buy another one for him. This does remind me of one candle that I tried at the dollar store that smelled almost exactly like this. So if I can find it again, I will show you guys because that would be a great dupe. If you don't want to pay like $10 to $8 or full price for a candle, that would be a good dupe. But the notes on this read bright red cherries, flaky pie crust, and crushed almonds. I'm not really getting any nuttiness from it, but yeah, it smells exactly like a cherry pie. I do have to say that I liked how it burned. I didn't burn it for long, but I do like how it burned. And like, I love the wax color. The wax color is really, really pretty. That I do love about this candle. And like I said, it's not a bad candle. It's not my favorite. On to a surprise favorite though, split banana milkshake. So I guess I'm a fan of chocolate scents and not of chocolate, because like I told you guys, I don't really like chocolate. But yeah, this candle smells so good. You can see that the wicks are pretty nice. I love the color yellow, and when you burn it, you get a really chocolatey scent with a little bit of banana. I get more chocolate than I get banana though. The fragrance notes are sweet banana, chocolate sauce, and a cherry on top. I don't get any cherry or any fruit note at all. It's just really heavy on the chocolate and the banana. Yeah, I love it. And also, I'm really loving this summertime drink collection packaging they have. It's really pop arty. I'm so into pop art, so yeah, this one has been a constant burner in our home. My store is all out. I might have to cave and buy some more online. We will see, but yeah, I'm really liking this one. On to another carrot. I gave it away. On to another favorite is this carrot nectarine. And I've been burning this candle since Easter, y'all. I just find it to be such a nice, sweet scent for spring, kind of light and airy for summer as well. And I don't know what about this, but something about this candle reminds me of my childhood. And it might be the nectarine, but yeah, there's just a freshness and a sharpness and a sweetness to this candle that I just really enjoy. The fragrance notes on this candle read made with carrot seed and sweet orange essential oils, and so I think that sharpness and sweetness is really carrying in through the carrot. I'm not getting much orange at all, but yeah, I really like it. Again, it's one of those scents that you kind of get in the back of your throat when you smell it. I think it burns fine and it has a wonderful throw in my opinion. But yeah, this is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful candle. I'm not sure if they'll be bringing this one back out as well, but I have not heard rumors of this one going away. So yes, I hope they bring this one back out. So on to a candle that I'm not quite feeling, though it matches my dress. Summertime Soda Pop. So this was brought back out. This one was also known as Summertime Soda. I did not try the original because at that time, just like candles are yucky, I don't care. I don't know why I smelled that because I know I didn't like it. Somehow it smells like flat 7-Up, like stale 7-Up that has like the evanescent scent still attached to it. And so yeah, it feels like straight up cleaner in my opinion. I know so many people who love this candle, and I gave it a good shot. As you can see, me and Steven gave it a good shot. We've gotten about a third of the way through it, and I'm probably never ever really gonna burn it again unless, you know, my house is messy and I need to smell clean. Yeah, I love the whole aesthetic of this collection. Just could not get behind this candle. Like, probably will never burn this one again, but it looks really pretty on the shelf. Okay, so this one I actually didn't get from Bath & Body Works SAS, but I did get it for an SAS price. I found it on Amazon for like $8 and I was so happy. And I do know that they had some of these in some other people's stores, and so I figured I'd go ahead and share it part of this collection. I did do an unboxing for this, which will go up soon, but this one smells so good. So this is Blueberry Twist. And one of the things I've been finding out is that I'm actually really enjoying blueberry candles, not because they smell like blueberries. You get kind of like a generic cotton candy, like sweet, you know, scent to it. But it's a very, very beautiful fragrance. So it's a little bit too hot. My camera is like, I can't do it. But we're going to keep chugging on, and hopefully I can get through the rest of these 9 other ones before Edison wakes up. But back to Blueberry Twist. It's a nice, I don't know how to say it. It's like a nice sweet and sour. I may burn it just a little bit to get like the top layer just to see how it smells while it burns. But yeah, I don't really plan on burning this one. So this one has turned out to be a surprise favorite as well. This is Wild Sage and Aloe. And I'm hoping they'll bring this one back because I've seen this one a couple of times. But there was a lot of these at my store, so it kind of had me worried that maybe, you know, people aren't feeling this scent so much, but holy cow, this is such an amazing scent. So I try to stay away from buying multiple candles for myself. I did buy some of these in multiples to give away to people, but for myself, I try to stay away from buying multiples, but I did buy 2 more of these. I'm just really loving this scent. When I smell it cold, it kind of smells like ginger ale to me. And then when you burn it, you just get this wonderful, refreshing sage. And it might be because, you know, growing up, I had a lot of sage and Palo Santo in my house. And I just love those scents. But this one throws amazing. Like I said, it smells like ginger ale cold, but when you burn it, you get that beautiful just undertone of sage. And it works really well. It complements very, very well. The fragrance notes in this read refreshing aloe waters, agave nectar, and desert sage. And so yeah, I feel like this is just kind of the perfect summer candle to have going in your house, kind of like cool down when it's like scorching and devil playground, whatever you want to call it outside. So the next one was a fun candle that they brought back out. This is root beer float, and they did have root beer float years before, and this one's all sold out in my store for good reason. It's just, it smells exactly like a root beer float, and I'm so excited for that. So a lot of people were telling me they didn't like the smell of this one, and I was kind of worried, but when I smelled it, I just don't think people know what root beer smells like. So it smells like classic root beer. You are getting that medically scent, which I love. So the fragrance notes on here is root beer, vanilla ice cream, dollop of whipped cream. You don't get any, you get a little vanilla. You don't really get much vanilla though. You don't get that whipped cream. It's really just straight up root beer, and I'm absolutely living for this candle. So this is one where I should have bought multiples of. I am going to go see, the only other store we have is like an hour away, so I'll call to see if they have it, but in my opinion, if you love classic like real root beer, this is a good one to have. Okay, so the next one is quite disappointing, especially because cold, it smells so good. This one is blue agave. This was the only one my store had, so I was so happy when I found it. I'm just like, yes. And then I smelled it and it was like, oh, like when I burned it, like, so this one smells like plants when you burn it, which is so like straight up plants, like, you know, get a tomato plant and smell it, and that's what this candle smells like when it was burning. And I felt like I was crazy at first. I'm just like, what am I like, why does it smell like plants? And you know, I burned it again when Steven was here, and it's like, what does it smell like to you? And it's like, it smells like plants. And so I'm not the only one, I'm not crazy. It just smells like plants, but it's so unfortunate because cold, you get like this wonderful sweetness, almost like the cactus blossom sweetness to it, just without the zest. And then yeah, there's just so much sweetness that you get with this candle that does not translate when you burn it. I do love the label. I love how this collection looks aesthetically as well. I love the wax, I love the copper hammer. It matches the decor in my house. The wicks are a little tiny, but not bad. But yeah, I could not burn this candle for that long because it just smelled like straight up plant. So the next one is lemon mint leaf, which again, I was turned on to thanks to people on Instagram. The mint and the lemon translates really well. They play well together. It's a really nice, refreshing scent to have in your house. The fragrance notes read sparkling lemon zest, spearmint leaves, and verbena sprigs. I'm not really getting any verbena because that's not a great smell in general though. But yeah, this smells really just nice, light, and refreshing. Almost kind of like the original, well, not the original, but kind of like tea and lemon does. It's just a nice, refreshing scent to have in your home. So this one is a fan favorite for so many bakery lovers. This is Italy, which is their cannoli and chocolate candle. For me, the candle got really sooty and really dirty real quick, which I don't like because a lot of times I feel like when it gets that sooty, it starts to affect the smell of the candle, which is unfortunate. But it kind of, a lot of people are saying it smelled like s'mores to them. You know, I would say I get like a little bit of that bakery crust scent, but for the most part, I'm just really getting kind of like chocolate internationals, like, what is that? The international coffee that was like super sweet that you get in a tin. I'll put a picture of it right here if I can find it, but it kind of smells like that to me. It's a really sweet chocolatey candle. Not my favorite, but I know if you love that type of profile of that super sweet and whatnot, you'd be really into this candle, so it's worth checking out. In the line with their summer destination candles is this Thai coconut and basmati, or coconut basmati, not Thai coconut basmati. I think the original that they had, the test candles, called Thai coconut and basmati, but they're just calling this coconut Basmati, Thailand, whatever they want to say. But it's a repackage of the Test collection that they released earlier this year. The wicks are really kind of tiny, but to me this reminds me of just straight up coconut curry, which I love. I love curry, and so I feel like this would be a really good date night candle to have, which is a video I think I should make, because I feel like there's just a whole collection of like weird and bizarre type candles that I feel would be like great for like really specific situations. But anyway, yes, so I do really enjoy this candle. The fragrance notes on it is creamy coconut, gold temple saffron, and basmati rice. It's not a bad candle. I like it. I wonder if, since it was in their destinations candle, did they just take it because it's like, oh, Thailand rice, might as well add that to our destination, or if they're going to keep this one around for a while. One of the things I did want to mention is some of the scents for the destination collections they're not planning on keeping around, or so I've heard. Don't quote me on this, but I did hear that some of the scents they're not planning on keeping around. So this scent right here may not be around for a while, nor may this one. So if you do like these scents, it may be worth your while to stock up on them, because you may not see them for a while. But anyway, is white tea and pear. And I haven't burned this one, but I have heard good things about this one after it's been lit. And this might be because it's old, but as you can see, and this happened with the strawberry mimosa one too, the wax is really pulling down from the wicks here, and it is kind of separating from the glass a little bit. I think part of that separation from the glass though is because it's 90 degrees, and this was one that was shipped to me. But when you smell it cold, you kind of get a really strong floral and like jasmine-y scent, and like a light generic tea scent to it as well. You do get a generic fruit scent to it. I wouldn't really say pear. Like I said, pear I feel is like a really hard fragrant note to kind of nail down. And so yeah, it smells pretty good. I would say this definitely is on the more matronly side as well, but it's not as heavy as this one. This one is heavy and powdery, cannot stand it. But this one, when you smell it, is not as heavy, it's not as powdery, so this could be a nice refreshing scent to have burning in the summer springtime. So I'm definitely going to try that out. Like I said, I've had a couple of other candles from this collection in the past as well. This was a collection that I actually introduced my mom to for Bath & Body Works candles, and I've enjoyed all the other ones I've tried, so I have high hopes for this one. Second to last is Coconut Waters. Like I said, again with that beautiful pop RE. Just, I love this whole aesthetic for this candle collection that they have for their summer drink collection. Anyway, the notes read coconut milk, creamy vanilla, and pineapple. This is apparently an exact copy of the one they did from years ago. I want to say 2012, part of their Salt, when Salt Skin was still with them. I don't really like how this one burned. As you can see, it wasn't burning that evenly, and I got some bubbles and whatnot. But yeah, it's not a bad smelling candle. People say it smells exactly like it did from the original collection. Definitely get a lot of that creaminess. It's definitely a good coconut candle. Didn't really get any pineapple. If you like coconuts, this is a good one to try out. I'm not a coconut person though. It's not a bad one to have burning. I will go through it. It's just not my favorite. And we're going to end on a good note. This was actually a candle I've been searching for quite some time, because it's one that my mom found randomly at some store in Seattle, and it was like the only one they had, and I could never find them ever since. This one has absolutely no label on it, and it is Nook No Place Like Home candle. I feel like this is such a great winter candle. It's kind of musky, smoky, a little smoky, not much smoky, but a musky vanilla. I feel like this is like just a perfect cozy fall time candle. Cozy up, you know, cozy up, is that even a word? But curl up on the couch with a good book, have this candle burning next to the fireplace. The fragrance notes in this is soft musk, vanilla bean, and cedar wood essential oils. and it's just a really nice candle. I have not burned this one, but I have burned my mom's or been around at her house when she burned hers, and I really just loved the throw of it. It was thick, but not like I'm gonna choke you out thick. It was a really lovely, cozy, homey candle to have, and so I'm really happy to have it in my collection. I probably won't burn this until it gets, you know, to be more of the fall time around here, but yeah, it's just a beautiful, wonderful candle. Now I am smelling cold. There's kind of like this afternote, like kind of gets stuck in the mid of your throat, that it kind of stays a little bit of a sour note. I'm not exactly sure where that's coming from. And I'm not sure if this is like the same batch that she had, so you know, I wonder how that's going to translate when I burn it. But when it burned at my mom's house, I didn't get any sour smell or anything like that, so yeah, I think I'll be just fine. So that is it for my SAS haul of candles. I did haul other stuff from SAS, but you know, I don't know, I don't feel like talking about body soaps or sponges or perfumes or anything like that. I do enjoy talking about candles though. So, anyway, that is the haul for SAS, the candle portion at least. Definitely some duds that, you know, if I didn't want to have them as part of my collection, I would return, but definitely a lot of good finds. Anyway, Edison is saying it's feeding time. It's not time to be talking about candles, mommy. But anyway, let me know if you got any good hauls, either from Bath & Body Works or Yankee or wherever you decide to buy your candles from this season. Let's talk about fragrances, because home fragrances are literally like one of the best things you can do to make your home cozy. Yes, they are. Anyway, we are going to go. We are going to eat and have a good rest of our day since it is only 10 o'clock. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.